My name is Madeline. Today I wanted to talk to you about the 5 things that you need to be successful in your interview with Gogokid. Number 1, be professional. So this means make sure that you think through your background ahead of time. You don't need something this elaborate, but do try to find a few things to put on your background. You can print these off the internet, you can find these at the dollar store, you can find them on Amazon. These I found on Amazon, these are recent. These other things are actually from the parent-teacher store a few years ago, and so I have not seen them. I've been asked by a few people, which is why I'm including this. But find something to put on your background regardless. Amazon has a ton of things, the dollar spot at Target has a ton of things, and the dollar store has a ton of things. So find something to put on your background. The next thing is lighting. Try to make sure that you have good lighting. Pull a lamp in front of your computer, get some lamps on the side, make sure that you have a well-lit face and that they can see all of your props. You don't want to be that creep that's Skyping children in the dark. So make sure that you have good lighting for your interview. You want it to look professional, clean, and crisp. You can get one of those little lights that goes on your computer. And another little tip, something I didn't think of when I first started teaching online, is turn your light all the way up on your computer. I went for my first several classes not doing this, and maybe I'm the only one, but if this is something that hasn't hit your mind, just know if you turn it up a few notches, it looks a lot better and it lights you a lot better. So play with your lighting ahead of time. Turn on Skype, make sure you look okay in that camera. And then for dress and appearance, make sure that you have earbuds in. You want to have something so that they don't have to listen to an echo the whole time that they're interviewing you. And then also have on a solid color shirt. Make sure that you're wearing something kind of professional. Don't wear something with graphics or spaghetti straps, you know. Make sure to wear something. I like to wear solid color shirts that are kind of longer because I get cold in my house. But wear something that's just solid, that doesn't distract. Number 2, make sure that you have your props ready. You don't have to go prop crazy. You could have a little whiteboard, make sure you have your secondary reward for sure, and then maybe print off a few things from the internet and have those ready to go. I've shown these in a different video, but these are the props that I used during my demo lesson. So just have things like this, little simple things that you can interact with, wave to, hold up close to the screen to make sure the lesson's a little more interesting than just looking at the screen and looking at you. Make sure with your props too that they help to enhance the class, not take away from it. And so make sure they're relevant in some way. Don't get super crazy. I see sometimes a lot of crazy props dressing up and stuff. Try to make it relevant to the content, especially during your demo. Number 3, make sure you're using TPR. So I've talked about this in my demo success video, the step-by-step, but this is one thing you want to make sure you're doing. You can make the class more high energy by moving around a lot, and so make sure you're doing that. Number 4 is pacing. So make sure that you have your pacing down. You should not be talking for the full 10 minutes when you're practicing your pacing. You should be leaving pauses for the student to respond. So make sure that you're practicing, going through the slides, make sure you're very comfortable with the material and the pacing and how much time you're going to spend on each slide. Number 5 is practice. That's the 5th tip for success in this interview. Just practicing. The more that you go through all of the slides, the more that you practice different responses the child can give you, the better prepared you'll be. When you have someone there live with you, it's different than doing a recorded demo because they're going to be responding to you and seeing how you react to their responses. So you need to be prepared to respond to the different things that could happen. So for example, you might have one student who's struggling a lot with pronunciation of words. So you might have to clap out octopus. Or you might have one student that misses complete sentences. So you have to really cue for complete sentences. Or you have a student that messes up saying an octopus, they say a octopus. And so think of the different things that could happen. Think of how the student might move through things really quickly. Like on the math side, they might just match everything without verbalizing the math problems. And then think about the things that could go wrong, the things that they could struggle with, and how in the moment you're going to think through that and know how to correct them in a quick and efficient manner. So practicing with that student that struggles and then that student that succeeds really fast is going to be crucial to your success. And the more familiar you are with it, the more you go through it, the better you're gonna feel when it comes time to do the interview. So if you haven't applied for Gogokid already and you're interested in applying, my information's down below. I love to hold FaceTime and Skype meetings with all of my referrals and help them to practice. So if you do need a little bit of practice, go ahead, shoot me an email. We'll set up a time that we can talk and make sure that you're really comfortable with the material before going through the application process. And then if you have any other questions, go ahead and leave them down below. Thank you so much for watching today. I'll see you next time.